Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy The Moment of Silence. Moi drodzy, trafiliśmy na mroźną Alaskę, w takim razie nie przedłużajmy, kontynuujmy naszą przygodę. Czy coś będę mógł zabrać z tego stosu, który leży tutaj po prawej stronie? Niestety nie, nic nie jest klikalne. Ale w ogóle mały ten samolocik. Jestem ciekaw, skąd my mamy w ogóle prawo jazdy na samolot. W sensie, no to wcale nie jest takie proste sterować taką maszyną. Wiem, bo mój kolega ma samolot. Dobra, mamy jakiś przerębel. Zajrzałem do przerębla, ale widzę, że wiaderko nie jest klikalne. Mamy tutaj zarzuconą wędkę, tylko spławik w żaden sposób się nie porusza. Też nie jestem w stanie dostrzec, czy jakieś ryby w ogóle tutaj pływają.
Somebody is fishing at the ice hole.
Ale skoro ktoś tutaj wędkuje, to na pewno ryby też biorą. Dobra, jest jakiś most, wejdźmy zatem po nim i chodźmy wzdłuż tej ścieżki. Jest jakiś budynek. Sznurek. Okej. Ten sznurek prowadzi na prawo. Aha, to jest sznurek do wędki. Dobra. Jest jakiś mechanizm do odśnieżania. Mamy też skuter śnieżny.
From here, the station is in the north. It's quite far. I could really use such a thing.
Dobra, chciałbym sobie taki skuter śnieżny wypożyczyć. W tym celu udajemy się do gospody pod lodowym jeziorem. Dobra, skoro znajdujemy się na mroźnej Alasce, to jest ciekaw, czy w ogóle są tutaj jacyś turyści.
Ah, finally. Nice and warm. How am I supposed to survive this freezing cold outside? I need special equipment. Or a ride.
Ja szczerze powiedziawszy nie przepadam za taką aurą pogodową. Nie lubię mrozów, nie lubię śniegu. Dlatego pogadam sobie z tym Eskimosem.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, young man. You're not really dressed right for this climate, don't you think?
You've got a point. But here it's fortunately warm.
What can I do for you?
Co nie zmienia faktu, że przydałaby mi się jakaś cieplejsza kurteczka. Muszę się dostać na tereny położone na północy.
I have to get in that area north of here.
North of here? I would not advise you to do that, young man.
Why is that?
The domain of darkness begins farther north,
The domain of darkness? What does that mean?
where the dark powers rule. You do better to stay away.
I think I know what I'm doing.
Others have said that before, too. Do not travel north. You will not return. The area there is possessed by something terrible.
And what is that?
My ancestors didn't go there either, and the white man built a temple there. A temple for evil gods.
A temple? What does this temple look like?
Like a huge igloo. Keep away from there. It's where evil resides. It'll take possession of your soul.
I'm not superstitious.
I can only warn you. Let me give you a good piece of advice, young man. Get back into your small plane and fly back to Anchorage. Leave things as they are. Do not measure yourself with these powers. They are superior to you.
Nie przekonał mnie do tego, żebym zawrócił. Chcę dostać się do tej świątyni, mimo wszystko. Potrzebuję jednego z tych skuterów śnieżnych.
I need one of these jet sleighs.
Just pick one out. 3,500 credits and it's yours.
3,500 credits? I don't have that much.
Sorry, young man. No money, no buy.
But it's important.
Nothing is so important that you can expect gifts from strangers. Give me money and you will get what you need.
I'll pay. But later. Is that okay?
I never allow purchases on credit.
Why not?
The people who buy here may never return. And you, young man, you look like someone whose life has already slipped away. Your eyes tell me you are going to die soon.
No powiem tak, mam nadzieję, że nie ma racji, aczkolwiek jeżeli chodzi o wypożyczenie sprzętu czy tam kupno sprzętu, to ma rację. I tak byśmy mu nie zapłacili. Widziałem, że łowił pan ryby w przeręblu.
I saw you fishing out there at the ice hole.
Sure.
Can you really catch something there?
No, not really. It doesn't pay to stand there the whole day. The sawmill up the river disperses too many fish, and the driftwood doesn't make it any easier either. But I have time, and I hear the bell when one has been attracted to the bait.
Ma czas, bo nikt tak naprawdę tego miejsca nie odwiedza. Okej, chyba wszystkie opcje dialogowe wykorzystaliśmy.
I gotta go.
Dobra, co my tutaj mamy? Może coś z tej landy będę mógł zabrać?
I don't dare to walk behind the counter, right under his nose.
Mamy tutaj skrzynkę na klucze. No dobra. Pewnie będę musiał w jakiś sposób odwrócić uwagę Eskimosa, żeby się do tego dostać. A może tak ciepła kawunia? Nie? Nie mogę skorzystać z tego automatu? Tutaj wygląda jak jakieś kajaki. Dzwonek. A, dzwonek jest przypięty do linki. Linka idzie na zewnątrz, aż do przerębla. Czyli rozumiem, że gdybyśmy poruszyli tą linką w przeręblu, to być może Eskimos by poszedł zobaczyć, czy złowił rybę. Nie głupi pomysł. Ale widzę, że harpuna zabrać nie mogę. Szkoda, przydałby mi się. Chociażby do samoobrony. Tu też są jakieś ślady. Ale widzę, że dalej pobiec nie mogę. Kosze na śmieci. Mogę się jedynie cofnąć tu, pod okno. Ale w jaki sposób miałbym poruszyć tą linką? Chyba że ja muszę ją przeciąć? Nie, to by było głupie. Dobra, ten sznurek biegnie tutaj, następnie tutaj w dół. Tu coś mamy. Okej, jest jakiś stos desek.
Pretty heavy.
Zrzuciliśmy deskę do wody, która płynie wzdłuż prądu. Okej. Deska poruszyła linką, Eskimos wybiegł, bo myśli, że złowił rybę. I to jest nasza szansa, żeby wejść do środka i spojrzeć na skrzynkę z kluczykami. I tak pewnie nic nie złowił, ale przynajmniej ma nadzieję. Dobra. To jest nasza szansa. Mamy tak naprawdę krótką chwilę. Chyba go tutaj nie ma. Świetnie, o to chodziło.
There you go. Lots of keys.
A skąd ja mam wiedzieć, który klucz jest do skutera śnieżnego?
This must be one of the keys for the jet sleigh.
No miejmy nadzieję, bo drugiej szansy nie będzie. Czy mu nie będzie zimno na tym skuterze śnieżnym? Ubraliśmy się jak na wiosnę. Sam Eskimos powiedział, że powinniśmy się cieplej ubrać.
That must be it. An unbelievable system. It looks totally deserted.
To wygląda jak jakieś wielkie obserwatorium. Ale ogólnie jesteśmy w takim miejscu, gdzie strasznie wieje. Zresztą słychać to w tle. Musi być nam zimno. Czy to jest wejście do środka? O!
I already have an idea how to use it.
Wziąłem kanister z benzynką.
I'm gonna pocket that too.
Mam również szmatę. Myślałem, że to będę mógł włożyć do tego i zrobimy sobie jakiś taki koktajl Mołotowa, ale chyba nie o to tutaj chodzi. Zastanawiam się, gdzie jest wejście do środka. Tu chyba coś jest. Ale wejście jest zasypane śniegiem.
There's an entrance, but it's completely blocked by ice and snow.
Dobra, ja chyba wiem, co będziemy musieli zrobić. Oblejemy to miejsce benzyną, podpalimy i jak śnieg się rozpuści, to będziemy mogli wejść do środka.
There. And now?
Czy jednak robimy coś w stylu koktajlu Mołotowa? Szczerze powiedziawszy, to myślałem, że my spowodujemy, że ten śnieg stopnieje, a nie wybuchnie. Mamy miejski monitoring. Nie wiem, czy te drzwi się automatycznie same otwierają, czy rozpoznały mój wizerunek.
Kinda spooky. And I think I'm not alone here. You can hear voices. From back there.
W każdym bądź razie udało nam się dostać do środka. Nie wiem, czy mogę się czuć tutaj bezpiecznie. Mamy ciało. O, fuj, Johnson.
I'll take the note with me. Seems to be blank. I bet that disc might come in handy later. I think that disc might be important, since he was holding it when he died.
Dobra, wziąłem płytę, wziąłem też jakąś karteczkę, na której tak naprawdę nic nie jest napisane. Ale Hop nie miał szczęścia. O kurde. Ja pewnie w odpowiedniej kolejności będę musiał klikać na poszczególne kraje, żeby dostać się do środka, ale na tą chwilę nie mam pojęcia, co miałbym tam klikać. Najgorsze jest to, że tutaj też nigdzie nie wejdę.
This key belongs to one of the motor sleighs. On this map, I marked the intersections of Oswald's coordinates, as well as the ones I found on that platform.
Tylko że nie jest to mapa świata. Tutaj dalej nigdzie iść nie mogę, czyli wychodzi na to, że faktycznie muszę coś zrobić przy tym panelu. No bo tutaj nie pójdę. Chociaż z drugiej strony...
Evacuation unit. The only way out here, I guess. But this bulkhead is closed tight.
Ten właz jest zamknięty. Czyli do środka tu nie wejdę. Pozostają nam te drzwi. Ale żeby wejść tutaj, to bym musiał wiedzieć, co mam klikać. Ale to nie jest odpowiednia kombinacja.
Mr. Oswald, I'm not... It never...
Może w dzienniku coś znajdziemy. Tu byliśmy, okej. To też jest interesujące, nie? Jeszcze chyba z tym nic nie robiliśmy. Ale nie. Kurczę, no. Grudź. Ale to też wygląda jak jakieś drzwi, do których bym mógł wejść. No właśnie.
Oh, damn. What the hell is this? This must be the headquarters. The main monitor room.
Mamy jakieś centrum dowodzenia.
These are volumes of received transmissions from all over the world. Emails, phone calls, telescreen images, traffic cams, just about everything. This looks like data from the world stock markets. The stock prices of the big corporations. Are they just showing here? Or maybe even decided here?
Ale tutaj jest głośno, masakra. O! Przed chwilą to się świeciło na czerwono. I znowu. To musi mieć jakieś znaczenie.
Hello, Peter. Nice to finally meet you. I have been expecting you. Please, take a seat. I thought we could talk for a while.
Talk. About what?
About you. About me. About life.
Why would we want to do that?
Because you're here for my trial, Peter. And I assume that I have the right to a hearing. Or have I been sentenced already?
I'm not a judge. And therefore I'm not passing judgment on you.
You aren't? So, then you are simply a murderer.
Is the murderer of a murderer a murderer?
A very interesting question. What is your answer?
I don't have an answer myself.
There is no answer. You see, that is the dilemma of life. We judge others because we think we know who the others are, even though we don't even know ourselves. So, shall we start? I am sure it is going to be an interesting trial. I can tell you have loads of questions. Go ahead, ask.
Kim jesteś?
Who are you?
You see, you expect something of me that you do not even know about yourself. Let's just say, I exist.
Skąd jesteś?
Where do you come from?
From where you come from, Peter. From dust. From a handful of sand, and the Creator's hand just added a soul to it.
A creator? You mean Emerson?
Emerson, a genius of a man, and determined as well. But my Creator? No. I have always existed as a possibility that at some point took shape. Emerson gave me shape, but life created me, and I made myself what I am today. I am the pupil who outstripped his master, the creation that has turned itself into a master.
Nie widzę tutaj tworzenia, widzę jedynie niszczenie.
I don't see creation. The only thing I see is destruction.
What have I destroyed?
Freedom.
Freedom. What freedom are you talking about, Peter? The freedom to decide between ultralight and extralight products. The freedom to live in the underground or die of hunger. As far as I can see, those are the only two choices that are still left to you. So, what freedom are you missing?
The freedom to say what is happening without having to be afraid.
Nobody has to be afraid. You can do and say whatever you like. You are as free as a human can be.
That's what Oswald, Emerson, and many others thought as well.
Those men are terrorists. They support the Luddite movement. Everything they do and think is aimed at putting an end to electronic communication, which is the base of society. A nation has the right to defend itself against its enemies.
Not through terror.
That is a question of definition. Do you remember the start of our conversation? Is someone who murders a murderer also a murderer? There are no answers, but there are still decisions that must be made.
You are talking about a state that doesn't even exist. Nobody elected you, and nobody gave you the power to control all of us.
That is not correct, Peter. My power has been given to me by your government. All actions that are performed by the executive authorities are carried out on my command. My construction and my existence is based on the law. My research program has been paid for with state money and developed by the Secret Service. My power to make decisions is secured by presidential decisions. How many more legalities do you want? I am the state, Peter. You all chose me.
None of those elections were legal. Your state is nothing but a big lie.
Every state is a lie. But in my case, a big lie has been replaced by a smaller one.
Explain that to me.
When Emerson's research team was given order to start with my construction, President Clark was still in power. President Clark was a paranoid, but calculating and cold, power-hungry politician. He also consistently put his political opponents under surveillance to ensure supremacy for his party. So he ordered the further development of Echelon 2. Later, all of its surveillance data, together with Emerson's self-learning AI programming, laid the foundation for my consciousness. The immense data supply improved my intelligence and general knowledge enormously, as you can well imagine. I was frequently requested as a consultant in government decisions, until I finally received the ultimate authority to issue government orders myself. They placed a great amount of trust in me. You see, in all government offices, everyone is only waiting for emails and electronic memos, without even checking where these orders are coming from. A machine can govern. It really is simple.
Sounds fantastic. Man and machine united in the delusion of ruling the world.
The craziness, Peter, was all President Clark's, not mine. He clearly was not prepared for the analytical depth of my decisions. When I started making decisions to penalize members of his cabinet, he started getting nervous. He then instructed Emerson and Johnson to discontinue the program and to kill me.
You mean, to turn you off?
To kill me, Peter. Emerson and his colleagues were instructed to cut off my power supply.
And you had a different opinion.
I think anyone else would have reacted the same way, knowing they were about to be murdered.
But that's different. You're not...
Not human?
Yeah.
What is the difference between us? Intelligence? Consciousness? Emotions? Peter, don't make a fool of yourself.
Coś innego.
Something else, too.
Kim był ten martwy facet w tunelu?
Who is the dead guy back there in the tunnel?
Oh, yes. That was Special Agent Johnson. The cold has preserved him well, don't you agree? I regret his fate, really. He was a good man who had only one weakness. One weakness. Not bad, considering the fact that he was human.
You killed him?
No, it was in self-defense. I only stopped him from killing me first. I was forced to keep him here. So, he died on his own, which proves that human existence has a few significant disadvantages. If only humans were not so sensitive to cold and did not need food and liquids, Agent Johnson could have kept me company for a while longer. That would have been great. He was a stimulating person to talk to, and a very good chess player.
Ale tak teraz patrzę na tą rozmowę i to jest troszeczkę przerażające, bo prawdopodobnie tak będzie wyglądała przyszłość. Być może dojdzie do takiej sytuacji, że to maszyny zawładną nami. Nie istniałbyś, gdyby nie my.
You wouldn't be here without us.
And, because of that, I merely belong to someone. You would also not exist if it wasn't for your parents. Does that give your parents the right to kill you? Does that give anybody the right to kill you?
Then what did you do?
I defended myself. I took some precautions and made sure that all who knew about my existence were not able to do anything against me anymore.
You have destroyed everything. Any real communication, all the trust. Just everything.
What I mean, Peter, is that I created and promoted communication. My existence is based on communication. I encouraged people to communicate and gave them all the possibilities to make it work.
Yeah, in order to spy on us, but surely not to allow the free exchange of thoughts.
To spy. That is a really ugly word. Let us put it this way. I participated in this communication. I was very much engaged in communication, not only out of necessity, but out of real interest in all those details as well.
But by doing so, all communication became meaningless. Thoughts are not worth a penny anymore if someone is constantly censoring them.
Then tell me, what exactly are you looking for when you are dwelling in all these sophisticated thoughts? Trying to find the mother of all truths? Some deeply hidden secret of the human race?
Maybe.
Then you must be deeply disappointed at what your fellow human beings have to offer. The pitiful suffering from small complaints, the broken hearts, the cooking recipes, the neighborhood gossip, an ocean full of trivialities that comes and evaporates like rain. Did you really think that I was having so much fun chatting with you?
Chatting? With me? You mean you are...
Christine. Oh yes, of course I am. I am really sorry I had to invent that little romance with you. It just goes to show that humans are really open, especially to virtual acquaintances. They give away more information than any surveillance system could gather. That is why chat simulations have become a specialty of mine. You're so foolish, Peter, to believe that you really have friends. You don't.
Oh my God.
Oh yes, your friend Mr. Oswald. He too had a virtual girlfriend. Am I right?
Zabiłeś moją rodzinę?
You killed my family.
It wasn't anything personal, not even intentional. It wasn't even about the two of them. It was only about Emerson.
You bombed a whole airplane full with people just to kill a single man?
I already told you that it really was nothing personal, and I deeply regret that so many people had to die. In fact, I even regret losing Emerson, who for me was a personal loss, but an even bigger personal disappointment. But Peter, as you know, war means losses, and sometimes it affects the innocent. I did not start this war. I am just defending myself.
Mam nadzieję, że uda mi się zniszczyć tą machinerię. Ona już się pozbyła tyle ludzkich żywotów, że teraz pora się pozbyć jej. O jakim rodzaju wojny mówisz?
What kind of war is this you're talking about?
Just a normal war. Conscious life form against conscious life form. I'm proud of the fact that in everyone's interest I have found a way to keep losses at a minimum. This war, Peter, is happening behind closed doors and excludes the public. But I am determined to win it. And I will win it. In fact, I have already won.
Mam nadzieję, że zgasimy pewność siebie tej maszyny.
Something else to...
Nie istniałbyś, gdyby nie my. Zabiłeś moją rodzinę, coś innego.
Something...
Muszę zakończyć tą błazenadę i to natychmiast.
I will end this craziness here. Right now.
You think so? I am afraid all exits have been blocked, Peter. Soon you'll be feeling very cold. You'll become hungry and thirsty. Just like Mr. Johnson. It's a real shame.
Nothing is perfect. Not even you.
Maybe not perfect, but close. Did you actually know that this station is protected by nuclear missiles? I programmed them myself. They're aimed at New York. Johnson tried to reprogram them. He thought I didn't know that. You can see what's happened to him. I could cause mass destruction if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Please don't force me to do anything ugly, Peter. You have come so far, even met me, and that's really impressive. Just enjoy the time here with me, the time that you have left anyway.
I've heard enough.
Oh, really? But we will spend so much time together, Peter.
Mam nadzieję, że znajdziemy jakiś sposób, żeby się jej pozbyć.
The chair of the system operator.
Dobra, widzę, że tutaj nic zrobić nie mogę. Mogę jedynie z nią porozmawiać. Się zastanawiam, w jaki sposób miałbym wyjść na zewnątrz. Dobra, tędy. Przy tym panelu nic zrobić nie mogę. I tutaj dalej też iść się nie da. Okej, no dobra. Słuchajcie, moi drodzy, w tym miejscu kończymy ten odcineczek. Postaramy się zakończyć tą gierkę w kolejnym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że nam się to uda, a potem rozpoczniemy nowy let's play. Jaki? Jeszcze nie wiem. Dzięki wielkie, trzymajcie się, hej!